Okay, baseball fans, the game is over. Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
It is almost a final at American Family Field. It's the Potawatomi Sportsbook show until we get to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, and the Brewers down. Doesn't look good. Late in the game, we're bottom of the eighth inning. And now we head to the top of the ninth inning.
Oh, gosh. You know, I thought Murph was about to big brain us there.
Oh, yeah.
On Blake Perkins getting the AB over Sal Frelick.
I wouldn't care. Listen, I wouldn't care at this point. It wouldn't matter to me if Sal Frelick splits against Tanner Scott. I think that was the pitcher in there. If the splits were in his career, Sal Frelick was 0 for 24.
I don't care if the splits said banana. I would let Sal Frelick bat over Blake Perkins. Yes. However, from the 414, the human white flag, Jake Woodford. Like that also.
That said everything.
That kind of meant that Murph. It felt like that meant Murph was like, we'll see if this game. Sure, we'll see if we win.
We will welcome in the vast majority of our audience once this game goes final. But the Brewers had a chance. I mean, they're up 3-0, and everything's just, whoa. They could steal this thing. And it wouldn't be even been a steal. I mean, down 4-3, then you're thinking, hey, man, this is a game. They can steal this thing. Don't worry about it. But when the offense disappears for, what seems like hours on end, doesn't it seem like that? I mean, the game is roughly 2 hours and 45 minutes, let's say. I mean, in theory, they kind of disappeared for 2 hours tonight.
Yeah. Well, again, if you didn't know Roki Sasaki was going to go 5 innings in this one, this is just ridiculous that the Brewers continue to have great starts to a game and cannot get a starting pitcher out before that 5-inning mark during that stretch. We saw it with Max Fried a couple of weeks ago, a week or two ago. And then who did they just do it to? Robleski yesterday. And now Sasaki again. I don't think his pitch count was all that crazy necessarily, but it had to be close to 30, right?
Somebody 35, I think, tonight.
In the first inning?
I believe so.
Yeah. I mean, and then he ends up with 87. That doesn't even seem possible.
And that was on top of an out on the base pass.
Yeah. That was brutal.
So it should have been over 40, and it may have been the knockout blow.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it that way. I mean, we'll get into it again. We'll get into all these things. We're just touching base with you guys for a little bit on the Brewers thus far in the ninth inning, down 4 at 7-3. Robert Gasser, on the other hand, I don't think it was by definition horrible, but it wasn't good. And I think he's probably, remember, I don't think I said it on the air, but I think I was saying it to some buddies earlier today. Sort of, it seemed to me like a put up or shut up kind of outing for Gasser, didn't it?
Well, and it's just that the expectation to be a starting pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers has gone through the roof, right? I mean, you have the depth, you have the solidified guys, and I think that yesterday, Logan Henderson, maybe it even was 2 starts ago for him, had stamped his way into this starting 5 now for the foreseeable future, if not the rest of the season this year. And you have Mizorowski, you have Kyle Harrison, and you also are now waiting on Woodruff and Priester to come back. That should probably round out your top 5 in some order there. But you have guys who have been stretched out to do it, like DL Hall. You have starts that you've made from guys like Coleman Crow, who have gone a lot better than you this year, Robert Gasser. You needed to have that game to showcase why you are better than these guys getting those opportunities, and you did not have that game.
You also have a Shane Drone out there who can't give
also
you
another a valid option.
Chad Patrick out there.
Yep.
But everyone says, well, everyone thinks, or the organization or Pat Murphy or whoever said, well, he might be more fitted, more suited for the bullpen. That might be masking a little bit of you're the odd man out.
Well, I mean,
so let's keep it positive.
There are numbers that support it too. Patrick starting this year, 24 1/3 innings, 8 earned runs. Relieving this year, 16 2/3 innings, 4 earned runs. It's a 2.96 ERA as a starter, which is great, amazing. It was floundering. Remember, at the end, it was off to a really good start, and then it was floundering. And as a reliever, it's 2.16, which, for reference point, that is lower than
2.96.
It's lower than Grant Anderson. It's lower than Aaron Ashby. It's lower than Shane Drowan. It's lower than Trevor McGill, lower than Abner Uribe, and lower than Jake Woodford. The only guy with a lower ERA was DL Hall. And now I don't know if he got charged with
2 runs,
2.55 now since then.
A full run.
Chad Patrick has the best ERA in the Brewers bullpen. So I know you want to see him as a starter, and in an ideal world, maybe I do as well, but I do understand the circumstance of the Brewers are probably a better team with him in the bullpen.
Well, we're going to find that out with a Sproat, with a Gasser. And I think those are the two. If you were to rank the starting pitching staff as it sits right now, they would be on the bottom end. I think you could include Crow in there. I mean, Gasser might rank below Coleman Crow, but I mean, didn't Coleman scuffle in a little bit there too? I mean, you still have jury out on a couple of these young pitchers, but that's what happens when you go with the young rotation. You have a situation just like Gasser tonight. Look, that's a really good baseball team, the Dodgers. And he hung in there through 3. He was battling. And then you can't walk guys. And walks typically set up bigger innings. Whenever there's a big number on the board in any inning, just take a look at the walk column. Also take a look at the walk column when it comes to total runs in a game. You'll find that they're very similar. It's crazy how walks can get you in trouble. And look at DL Hall. This game got out of control. This game was within reach. Clearly, even down to their final at-bat, down 4-3. And you needed to hold it right there, but walks then generated this keep the line moving for the other guys. And I'm not saying it's easy to face Freddie Freeman. Now, first and second for the Dodgers in the 9th.
You can't walk 9 guys, Tim. You just can't walk 9 guys.
And one of those walks. Right? One of those base runners that was via the walk here in the 9th?
Just now, Will Smith just drew a walk. You're like 2 pitches ahead of me on TV, so I can't. I'm waiting for the result to happen.
Yeah, there's first and second, 1 away in that 9th inning.
Yes.
And again, 2 things I think stick out, and we'll get into it as we get done with the game here. But I think what sticks out is walks, and number 2, the offense just went away. They didn't have a hit from the 2nd inning, which was Churio, until the 8th? I think they had 1 hit in there between the 2nd after Churio's hit. They had 1 hit between that and the 8th inning.
I'm looking right now.
Just disappeared. And this isn't the first time it's disappeared. Now, the series is tied at 1. So, again, you accomplished that goal.
Whoa, you're chalking it up as a loss yet. They got a bat in the bottom of the 9th still. Come on.
This is no.
I did have a clip, and I was surfing for that, so I just wanted to have it ready for you. But Pat Murphy did speak in pregame. It sparked my brain once you were talking about it, about the youth in the rotation. And he was asked specifically How did you feel going into this season with that youth? And he gave this answer.
I knew we had a lot of youth, and youth can be interpreted both ways. It can worry the heck out of you that they won't be home by the curfew. And then at the same time, if you show a little trust in them, you're like, wow, they might have missed curfew, but damn, they really were responsible. So I think that's kind of what goes on with youth. I just credit the front office for acquiring the type of guys they did, the type of person, Sproat, Harrison, Drone, type of person they are, and then to see Henderson and Patrick continue to grow and do well. It's exciting, We tell them in spring training, this is the organization of opportunity. We might not know your name, but you're going to get a chance to pitch. So buckle your chin strap and, make sure you're ready.
Didn't say Gasser. Oh, close. Not.
Yeah. And now the Dodgers just put up 2 more runs. It's 9-3.
You probably knew that from when the clip started over here, and I
knew that.
saw it.
Start that again right at the beginning, because the question was
here. I'll play. I can get the question even in there for you. Let's go right from here.
What did you think you had with your starting rotation coming out of Arizona, coming into the season? What was your confidence level in the guys and the options you had?
I knew we had a lot of youth, and youth can be interpreted both ways. It can worry the heck out of you that they won't be home by the curfew. And then at the same time, if you show a little trust in them, you're like, wow, they might have missed curfew, but damn, they really were responsible. So I think that's kind of what goes on with youth. I just credit the front office for acquiring the type of guys.
So Tommy, he was just confirming that, well, I knew I had youth.
Right. Yeah.
He wasn't making any proclamation of what he thought they'd do this year necessarily, right?
I think that his answer of dodging that, where it said, what did you think you had? And he said, well, I didn't really know. Right.
That young.
They were young. We don't know what these young pitchers can do. They found out that they were the right type of people they wanted in the clubhouse, but not necessarily were they the type of baseball player that still had to be out there. And you're still figuring that out with a lot of these guys. For instance, Robert Gasser.
And in tonight's game, this game doesn't surprise me. This game should not surprise anybody that once in a while a Dodger team is going to pick on a young arm in baseball and put up 4 runs in an inning.
Yeah.
I mean, that shouldn't be surprising to anybody. It's definitely not surprising to me. Quite frankly, I expected way more of this year. It just hasn't happened.
Another walk.
So it's a rarity. Yeah, so there's another walk. 11?
Oh, my gosh.
Guys, are we in Little League here? I mean, somebody years ago when I was harping on walks, Tommy had called in and said, hey, man, anybody can be off. That many walks? And you're in the big leagues? No, this isn't summer ball. This isn't the Wilmer Bobcats or whatever.
Hey.
What did you have up there?
Stingers.
Right.
Come on. You're a Kingfish guy.
This isn't the Wilmer Stingers. You can't walk 10 or 11 guys in a ball game and expect to be anywhere close to winning.
Freddie Freeman has drawn 4 walks.
4
today.
walks now. And a double.
Yeah, that's a good day.
Now, do we think, and all of this, we'll do another rundown with 38,136 coming out of American Family Field. They're probably dripping out right now after the couple of runs. But would this game have been any different to some Brewers fans if William Contreras caught this game and there's another base hit and another run?
It was so close, too. It was close.
It was 4-3.
It was 3-0.
Well, that's true. But even at 4-3, I was feeling okay. I mean, Gasser, yeah, a little bump in the road there, but it's 4-3. It's not 14-3. Or he didn't get bumped up for 7-8 runs.
Dude, get ready for this Easton McGee call up too with Jake Woodford pitching all this right now too, right?
Or a Gasser move and another arm up.
Well,
that's what I'm going to predict before anything else. Yeah, I think Gasser is going to go down for at least 10 days.
Yeah, probably.
You have an off day Thursday, and then Woody with him pitching. Was that today or yesterday? I believe it was yesterday.
50 pitches.
50 pitches. So, and there's a
is it gone?
Foul ball.
Oh gosh. I just know Ohtani. I just know it's Ohtani. That's all I got. The first pitch was outside. That's all I know.
Okay. But and they've done a decent job against Ohtani in these two games.
It's because they won't pitch to him either.
And that one you don't mind the walk here and there. And the other, speaking of walks, intentional walk to Bryce Terang. I haven't seen that. I don't know if ever. Have we seen that before?
Intentionally walk Bryce Terang?
Not this year. We haven't seen it this year.
No, Jake Bauer's been intentionally walked quite a bit.
He has, yes.
But I don't think I remember one for Terang. I can look to see if he's got one this year.
But if Contreras were catching and had 4 or 5 at-bats in this game, I know he doesn't make an out at third to end the inning.
He had one intentional walk before this at some point. I just know that from his stats. Yeah, I mean, Contreras can't catch 7 days a week, Tim. He's got to get a day off every once in a while. I get it.
But against the Dodgers?
They just play. Why do you think they just went on a crazy run? Because he was catching every day. It's the position. It comes with the position.
Yeah, I don't know. Pick your poison, I guess. You want him to catch Gasser, you want him to catch Sproat.
262, Gary Sanchez can go. Selfish with challenges, makes very dumb decisions, and isn't good. I'm sure he's not worth much, but maybe Matt Arnold can turn him into a reliever we can sprinkle out our pitching magic on, possibly to a team needing veteran leadership.
All right. That is so funny. Who is that? 262?
262.
All right. Whoever wrote that, we are kindred spirits here. I'm telling you. I've never met Gary Sanchez, and there's another base hit.
Oh,
Rojas comes around to score.
Man, you're ruining everything for me in this.
At third, thank goodness. 11-3 Dodgers.
Oh my God, Jake Woodford, man, this is
48 pitches for Woodford.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was going on my little tirade in that first inning. When Gary Sanchez made that out at third.
Yeah, that was tough.
And I've never played the game, obviously, at that level. But I do know this. Uh-oh. And then a throw to first, and the inning is now over. And we go to the ninth. Give him a finish, boys.
Yeah, why not?
Come on now.
Oh, God.
You could do that Dallas Cowboys scramble.
Oh, yeah, they're putting up 5 for sure.
Yeah, you get to the time runs in the hole. But no, on Sanchez. There are certain calls and plays this year that I've thought the exact same thing. You ain't telling that dude anything. He's going rogue every game. Now, I don't know if that's the case. I'm going to guess some of it is the case. But you can't how many of the ABS challenges has he just been so emotional with and just grab them?
I got you right here. So Gary Sanchez leads the Brewers in ABS challenge attempts with 16. He
hardly ever plays the game.
He has got 7 correct. Tim Allen, who has the second most ABS challenges on the Brewers? Attempts. Not correct. Attempts.
Just attempts. Well, the easy one would be Contreras, but I don't think it's him.
William Contreras has only challenged 2 balls at the plate all season.
Yeah. Frelick?
Sal Frelick is second. Remember,
Mhm.
Gary Sanchez has attempted 16, and Sal Frelick has attempted 4.
Yeah. So, and again,
The Brewers stink at ABS challenges when they're batting, by the way. If you don't know that, I said that on pregame today. They have 11 correct all
Yep.
year.
yep.
It's the
And
lowest in Major League Baseball.
it's the worst in baseball. Yep.
Yep.
And Gary Sanchez is part of that. And I don't think that Murph, this organization, or any other team is going to correct that for Gary Sanchez. And guys, honestly, with what he's producing, I think I'm okay with it. I do. And despite me disagreeing with the way he plays baseball, I think I'm all right with it. He's going to come up with some huge hits for this team this year, and already has. Would you agree with that, Tommy?
Yeah, you will.
Yeah. All right, we'll take a break here, and hopefully this massacre will be done. It's a Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show live here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, awaiting the end of the game here. Brewers-Dodgers game 2. We'll be right back. It is a final from American Family Field, and the results are not good as the Brewers fall 11-3 in game two of this three-game series. A final game remaining tomorrow with the series on the line. Welcome in, everybody. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. It's here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, and we've been on for a couple of minutes prior to the open here. So for those that want to lend some feedback and participate in the show, as always, you're more than welcome to chime in on the Nicolay Law Talk and Text line at 414-677-1250. Okay, I'm going to say a line that's a little bit more on the cliche side, Tommy.
Oh, God.
But no, I think you would agree with it. This game was a lot closer than the final score would indicate.
Yeah, they put up 7 runs in the last 2 innings, so yeah. I think that's fair. But there is, the game is a lot closer until Jake Woodford comes into a ball game. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree.
Everyone's got their white flag guy, right?
Who has it been in the past for the Brewers? Easton McGee last year, obviously, right? But who have been the human?
I'd have to think
That's a great 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Talk and Text line. I want your human victory cigars. You can go all of sports. When you see this guy on the field, whoa, pitching, yeah. Or you're up by a lot, either one. But your human victory cigars or human white flags, when they are in the game, it's over. It doesn't even matter anymore.
Yeah, at that point, it doesn't matter. A lot of things on the table tonight in the discussion as the Brewers fall 11-3 in game 2. So that's why how big of a win that was last night. That minimizes this loss here just a bit for me because you still have a pop at the series tomorrow. So you do have a lot of things to talk about within this game and within the Brewers season thus far. And we'll start out with Robert Gasser, the starting pitcher tonight. 4 1/3 was that the final line? Yeah.
Yep,
4 1/3.
A lot of 4s. 4 1/3, 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 walks, 4 Ks.
4 walks. Not just for Gasser, the rest of that pitching staff. You guys, you can't walk guys in abundance like this. You can't do it. And I'm gonna lend this that I've said many, many years. And that is, take a look at the number of walks a pitching staff allows on a given game and then compare that to the runs scored. You will find similarities, much more than not. You can't walk, what'd they walk, 11, 10?
11.
11 walks in this game for this pitching staff. You can't do that. And again, I get you want to be careful. You don't want to give in occasionally. That's fine. No problem. You don't want to give in a certain spot. Hey, there's 2 outs. First base is open. This guy's a stud. This guy, hits what a lot of the stuff you throw. That's fine. Don't give in. Live to play another at-bat.
Well, 8 of the 9 hitters in the Dodgers lineup drew a walk today.
Drew a walk up and down that lineup.
Yeah, everywhere. No one was safe from walks in this Dodger lineup.
And the Brewers' offense got a little impatient right around the 3rd inning. They got a little impatient. And here's another topic would be you let another guy off the hook after getting to him early. Last night, how did Wroblewski even end up going 5?
Yeah, that was crazy.
I mean, it happened in the Cub
60
game.
60 pitches after 2, right?
Happened in the Cub game where they chewed up some innings after getting rocked early. You mentioned Max Fried in the first half hour of the program.
Yeah.
You let him off the hook when you had his pitch count sky high. This offense, this is what I've been saying for a few weeks, as good as the Brewers have been doing, and I have no problem with that. You guys know that. This offense disappears. They just disappear for a while. And that's the final thing for this offense. A lot of people say it's the homers. I firmly believe the home runs are coming. I absolutely they will.
Oh, God.
I mean, Churio. I mean, how many times is he going to come within a half a foot?
Every time. He's just got all of his doubles hit the yellow line. I mean, they all do. Every one of them. The Brewers, by the way, Tim, now down to 5-5 when Gary Sanchez catches a game, compared to 24-14 when Contreras catches.
All right, so that's another talk topic. I put a list together for this show tonight, and that would be Gary Sanchez. And Gary Sanchez is going to have to catch a time or two. As much as Contreras wants to play every game, and again, I normally on a player, I would say, well, let him play every game. But a catcher, there's wiggle room there for me. I mean, I point to the Atlanta Braves. Look at the Atlanta Braves games played a few years ago. There were like 3 of them that were over 155 games. Olsen, what did he do? He played every game for about 4 years.
I don't think he's missed a game in whatever the timeline is still. I'm pretty sure he hasn't missed a game as a member of the Braves.
And he says he owes it to himself, the team, and the fans to get out there and play every day.
He's played 700 straight games.
700. That's like
yesterday was 700.
5 plus years.
2022, 23, 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah. So, but a catcher, that's a little different. But I do wonder if this game turns out a little bit different if Contreras catches.
I love this text coming in from the 980. Every fan who participated in the wave during a 1-run game after back-to-back walks should be banned from the ballpark. That is something. So Josh,
do you like the wave?
No. Well, wait. Okay. So the wave, when your team is pitching, that's dumb. Like, why would you do that? That's supposed to be a distracting element of the game.
Okay.
And the wave should be banned when Jake Woodford is on the bump. Like that's probably like that. The ushers need to do something about that. Like, no, Jake Woodford needs all the focus he can get here.
You don't need Jake Woodford seasick.
No, you don't need it.
No. But I mean, the wave, a lot of people think the wave should be just banned in general. I mean, okay. So a bunch of things here. You can pick out what you want here. And look, the Brewers are going to lose a game once in a while, and I'm fine with that. That's why last night's win was so big, because it allowed this, a little bump in the road here, give you a pop at the series against the Dodgers. And I'm okay with that. But within this game, we mentioned Gasser. Bump in the road in the fourth, maybe a little bit of a big bump in the fourth inning, allowing 4 runs right there. And an 0-2 3-run homer off the foul pole. That will not happen again this year.
Well, Teoscar had a day. He had 6 RBIs on 3 hits today. It's a career high for him in that category. And that homer was his 7th on the season.
And his first against the Brewers in the regular season in his career.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Now, he homered in the postseason last year against the Crew, but I believe that's his first one. All right. But an 0-2 foul pole, 3-run home run, I can safely say that's, I'll put the probably in there. That's not going to happen again this year on 0-2 and off the foul pole. Okay, so Gasser didn't give up 14. He gave up 4. I'm not saying it was good. But I'm not saying it's as horrible as a lot of people might think. They're in this ball game at 4 runs right there. Grant Anderson comes in, takes care of business, crossing 2 innings. DL Hall, the 1 inning was fine, and then push your luck a little bit. Okay, so they're still in the game, deep into this game at 4-3. Gasser didn't put them out of the game, did he?
No, he wasn't the reason they lost. I wouldn't say that.
I would agree. Okay, so you've got Gasser. How about walks for the pitching staff? We discussed that. 11?
Yeah, 7 after Gasser is crazy.
I mean, wow.
You can't have 7 bullpen walks.
You can't walk guys like this. You can't. Okay. How about Gary Sanchez? Making that 3rd out at third base. Longtime listeners of this show, we can probably recite it together. You don't make the 1st or 3rd at third, 1st and 2nd at home. Say it with me. 1st and 3rd at third, 1st and 2nd at home. You don't ever make those outs. First and third at third, first and second at home. Why? Let's start with the third base. You don't want to make the first out at third base because if you're at second already, you don't need a hit to score. That's why you don't make that first out at third. Why don't you make the third out at third? Because you're already in scoring position. And it's obvious on the home. You don't want to make the first or second out at home because you're already at third. You don't need a hit to score with 2 chances to get that done. First and third at third, first and second at home. Gary, what are you doing, dude? Unless you can backpedal into third base, you don't go, especially you.
Right. I mean, the slowest guy on the team.
You're pushing it. Now, that would have brought up Joey Ortiz in the first inning.
Some people call him Joe Hay Ohtani.
He did draw a walk.
Oh, great.
Okay,
great.
Just saying, he's trying to pitch in. I heard some Joey chants again tonight.
I also heard, what's the number here? I got it. So Joey Ortiz, I have it right here. I believe since he right here. In the last 2 weeks, Joey Ortiz, since May 13th, actually is hitting 176 with a 417 on base percentage. That doesn't seem possible. Yeah,
it's the walks.
Well, right. Why are they walking him? Just pitch to Ortiz.
They're afraid of him.
Oh God,
they're afraid of Joey.
The damage that he can do.
So Gary Sanchez, and that's coupled with the question: would this game have turned out a little bit different if Contreras is catching? Both because of Robert Gasser and because of the offense. I don't know, man. Okay, what else we got here? The offense disappearing. After you put up a big number in the first inning again, you get a table set in the next inning and nothing. And then you disappear. You go away. And that couples letting another starting pitcher off the hook. And so he can chew up innings, save their bullpen for not only tonight, but for tomorrow as well. That's the biggest offensive problem I have. We can talk all day long about Rengifo or Sal Frelick having a little bit of a down first third of the season, or Joey Ortiz, or whoever and whatever. I don't have the biggest problem, or not hitting home runs. Biggest problem I have with the Brewers offense is their disappearing act, their Houdini act. They leave for innings on end. You got to tack on, guys. Let's see. Anything else? This just in. Did I see this? Or did I want to just scratch my eyes out of my skull? Blake Perkins pinch hit from my guy Sal Frelick tonight.
Oh, man.
Did that happen?
That happened.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, Tim, what's Blake Perkins batting this season?
119.
103.
Oh, man, I gave him too much credit. Wow. Okay, well, everything's on the table now. We'll get to your calls after the break here. Brewers lose. Yeah, that's not a good one. 11-3, the final series tied at a game apiece. There's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, talking Brewers baseball. They're playing good ball despite the outcome tonight. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. All right, welcome back. You guys coming out of American Family Field. I hope you like your new hat. You got a hat tonight. If you were one of the first 25,000 in the park, 38,136 to witness a okay game through a few innings. Brewers were up 3-0 after a 3-run first inning, and then it was pretty much downhill from there. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Nicolay Law talking text line, set the table. Bunch of topics out there tonight. 414-677-1250. KJ, you're our leadoff hitter. What's going on, KJ? It's been a while.
Hey, Tim. How you doing, man? Thanks.
More important how you are.
The call. I'm doing come see, come saw.
Okay, gotcha.
You know, I didn't like the way that this game came out. Sanchez should have never seen the light of day in this game. If you've got the mentality, Tim, that you want to win tonight and win today, whatever, you're not putting Sanchez behind the plate for two reasons. You have a young pitcher on the mound, and you got William Contreras, who, by the way, was hot at the plate in game one, right?
Yep,
so you sit him on the bench for Sanchez, who runs you out of the first inning rally or first or second inning rally by making the third out at third base. I mean, you cannot make that type of error on the bases. I mean, it's not like he's David Hamilton on the bases. He's the slowest guy in the team, Tim.
Yeah.
What are you doing? The ball was in front of you.
Yeah, you never know what play in a baseball game could come back to get you a little bit, come back to haunt you a little bit. I mean, it was 11-3. So I know what people are thinking, KJ. They're thinking, Tim, Tim, that play didn't matter. They lost by 10 runs or whatever. You never know, though. They use different relievers. If the Brewers put up another run or two, and to Tommy's credit, he points out the magic number is what?
Magic number is 4.
It's 4.
Every
you get
time.
to 4 runs
Yeah.
in a Brewers game, and you have a great chance to win that game.
Just to validate it again, it is 26-4 when they score 4. They are now 4-15, 3 or less.
Exactly. So, and you can't give up 11 walks?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, that should never, ever happen. But
It's a clunker.
they did not play well at all.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, they had Sasaki on the ropes in the early innings, and they let him off the hook with that base error, running error, and just not executing from the pitching standpoint as well.
All right, very good. KJ, thanks for the call, man. We appreciate it. Let's go to Kenny. What's going on, Kenny?
Well, this is one of those nights, boys, that you just kind of look at and you scratch your head.
A clunker.
You know, unfortunately, it's going to happen. But when you had opportunities before the game even started. Tommy was doing the post-game show, and I said, I think this is going to be one of those 11-7 nights. I don't know if you've seen that, what I posted on your.
Yeah. I got you from pregame.
Yeah, and I thought it was going to be one of them 11-7 nights. It was going to be run fest, just simply because Gassard was pitching and Sasaki. And I just thought that the Brewers had a great opportunity to get to him early. They're riding high. They got tremendous confidence at this point in time, being the first place Brewers, by the way, and having to battle to get to that point with all the injuries and all the adversity that they've been going through. So having a clunker of a night like they did tonight doesn't shock me. They still have an opportunity to win the series tomorrow, which I firmly believe they will. It's just one of these things where you're still missing 3 offensive players, in my opinion. When you run out 5 or 6 decent hitters and some very good hitters, and then you have those guys that just aren't getting it done for you. You know, Blake Perkins, they go to Joey Ortiz and Rengifo. Yeah, he showed some signs, but at some point in time, Andrew Fisher just hit his 13th home run for the T-Rats tonight.
Yeah,
At
well, you got
some
to look
point-
at his strikeout rate too, and if he's striking out at that rate at that level, Kenny, he still has some work to do.
Are we to the point where we're worried about Garrett Mitchell just not playing either since his back tightened up, right?
Well, yeah, he's got some issues going on, but at some point in time, GM Arnold, you're going to have to make some moves here because yes, you're in first place right now, but you got to get some more offense for this pitching staff. This with Tommy,
I don't think it's more offense, Kenny. I think it's more consistent offense. The offense is good.
More offense. You have to have more offense.
They disappear. Yeah. They're putting up runs. Look at the runs scored. Look at the run differential. Look at the runs scored. My problem is they disappear for multiple innings on end. Where did they go tonight? They score 3 in the first, and then it's second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth with 1 hit.
Yep. And we've seen this time and time again, and that's why I always cringe when I hear people go, "Well, I'll take the defense over the bats." No, I want offense, especially when you got a pitching staff like this. When you start to build that kind of chemistry with you, when you got a lineup that teams come up against you, such as like a Dodger team, right? You look at this Dodger team; they're always confident. Even yesterday, when they lost 5-1, when they get in the box, they're aggressive. They're looking to take swings. They're looking to put the ball in, not in play, put it on the grass somewhere, drive it to a gap.
Tonight.
I mean, it is nice when you have 3 Hall of Famers at the top of your lineup too, right?
Well,
and the leading RBI guy in Pajes.
Yeah, but the fact of the matter is that you still need more offense, and this team is going to have to find more offense if it is going to be a prolific team for the entire year.
I don't think it's more.
And do exactly what I say and win 99-plus games. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it with those 3 turds that I mentioned, because that's not going to happen with Ortiz, Rengifo, and Perkins. It's just not going to happen. I don't care what anybody says. We need more offense.
All right, man.
Thanks,
okay,
Ken.
I will. Maybe it's semantics, but I won't say more offense. I will say a more consistent offense. All right, we'll take a break here. Come back, get more of your reaction here. Clunker at American Family Field. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show live here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. All right, welcome back. It is the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz. Hey, you can check us out on the video if you choose. Tommy, good-looking young man.
Whoa, I'm just trying to
upstanding young man of the community.
Just trying to grow up and be like Tim Allen one day.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can see us on the video. WI Wisconsin Sports. Is that it? Well,
WI Sports Radio. Yeah, you got
WI
it.
Sports Radio on YouTube. And speaking of which, normally it wouldn't. I don't really care if someone disagrees with our Brewer take or whatever, and that's fine, because that's what the show is all about. That's the beautiful thing about baseball, is that we can, strategy, in terms of strategy, we can disagree on a lineup, or should he have bunted, and all those things. Should it have been an 0-2 sweeper? Should it have been whatever? That's fine. That's cool. I that's what we make our living doing, and having some fun along the way. But we did get a piece of response here on YouTube, right? That he wasn't really pleased for being blocked. And let me just say this, just so everybody knows, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or YouTube or whatever social media platform, in 21 years of doing this show, I have never been aware of, on behalf of this post-game show, us blocking anybody.
Yeah, and I'm looking at our talking text line, and all of the times that which someone would have been blocked don't coexist with any times we've been on air. And even, you know what I'm going to do against my better judgment and against probably what anyone else, I'm just going to unblock anyone just in case. Like, I'm not here to have anyone's voice not heard on this show by any means.
Right. And he blamed you. And it's
it could have been anyone. Could have been anyone on this station.
It could have been.
Yeah. So I apologize if you feel that way. But no, I mean, go ahead. Feel free to like me, not like me, agree with me, disagree with me. You keep it PG, like you'll be on. I have no issue with that. Yeah.
Yeah, same thing on.
We go PG-13 on this show. Let's be real. I mean,
pretty much.
Yeah,
I mean, there might be some cryptic stuff there.
Right.
For better judgment reasons and FCC and job security. I'd rather keep it cryptic at worst. But again, my point is, we've, to my knowledge, now producers in years past, maybe they've done it without saying anything to me, but I am not aware of not one person being blocked from this show. So just so you guys know, you will never, as Tommy said, if you keep it clean and keep it, cool, everything's good. It's all fine. I'm not aware of it.
And
so
I can validate that there are no block participants now for the show. Just
for this show.
Well, for the entire station. If someone else if you get blocked again, at that point, it's your fault. Okay. I just unblocked literally. There were like 8 blocked numbers on here. Go ahead. Text in. Call in. I'll let you come through. You look at that. Who says second chances don't exist?
That's right. They do on the post-game show. So I just wanted to clear that up a little bit. And by the way, you can stay up to speed on a lot of things. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show by following us here at the radio station here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. All the platforms are out there, right?
Yeah, we got it out. The video is on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. The audio file is Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. The feed is Best Brewers Coverage. That's because everything in Brewers coverage gets lumped into one thing for the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. I believe there is a Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show, Apple Podcast feed and Spotify feed. I upload it to 2 feeds every night at least. And if you found it, great. Keep doing on that, following it. But we had to restart it when it moved to a different home. So I'm sure it was hard to follow or find when there was nothing backing it up. Maybe it's got a little bit of a baseline now here.
Sure.
But if you type in Brewers coverage, Odyssey, AUDACY, it's the first thing that pops up.
Brewers coverage Odyssey.
Yeah.
Just search that. All right. Then again, post gamers with Tim Allen. has been a Facebook page out there for a minute. Post Gamers with Tim Allen. Also, your Twitter account, right? Your personal one
At Tommy WSSP.
And mine is Tim Allen Rants. If you want to give those a follow, and to boot, the Conviction Band on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
That's the band. I thought I'd throw that in there with all this. And speaking of which, we're going to have a post-gamer party, a get-together 2 weeks from today.
Nice.
It's going to be a daytime event at Spirits Bar and Grill in South Milwaukee, 922 Milwaukee Avenue. The band's going to play between 2 and 5. Tommy, you're going to be there for a minute. Brewers have a night game. That's an 8:10 first pitch against the Rockies in Colorado. Like I said, the band will play 2 to 5. But where you guys can get the bonus here, got Summerfest tickets. We got food cards over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Wait, Tim, what are tickets? Like stubs?
Tickets, yes.
What?
Tickets.
They don't make those anymore, Tim.
Tickety
no
tickets.
way.
Tickety tickets. Also, we have a bunch of T-shirts, the new post-game Tim and Tommy T-shirts. So a bunch of things. Just stop by. It's an outdoor block party. We'll be jamming, having some fun. That's 2 weeks from today. We'll remind you as we move along. All right. In the meantime, we'll get to Brewers baseball talk here. They fall 11-3 in game 2 of this 3-game series. And a lot of things went wrong for the Brewers tonight, I think. I don't know if you were to try and pull some positives out of this. Grant Anderson?
Sure. Okay.
I mean, that wasn't bad.
No,
Look at the score of the game when he was pitching.
Do you buy it?
That's about where he should be.
He's got a 2.95 ERA casually
right.
on the year. Yeah,
that's right. And he's having a solid year. I think you can classify it as solid. If the Brewers are slightly down, I'm okay with that.
He's now unscored upon in 17 of his 21 appearances.
Look at that. I mean, Ulysses S. Grant Anderson has been doing fine. So there's a positive there. 3 runs in the first inning. You score early. Typically, you're going to win that game, especially a crooked number. By the way, that's the 5th consecutive game the Brewers have been up 3-0. That's crazy, and they're 4-1 in those games. Tell you something? But they didn't get to the magical number 4 because usually they win games when you put 4 runs on the board.
Well, and I know you said that you're not worried about the home run ball either, but the Brewers have been hitting a lot more home runs as of late. They did not today. They are 13-12 in games they do not homer. They are 17-7 in games in which they do homer.
And that is a good indicator because the home runs are coming. Guys, I'm telling you that you can't assemble this lineup like this right here and hold them in the ballpark the entire season. It's just not happening. Guys like Vaughn and Yelich and Churio and Terang and Contreras, Sanchez, Bowers, I mean, they're all going to hit some home runs. They're coming. Okay, now, consistently, the offense, that to me is the biggest problem. They disappear for a while. So you can jump in on your reaction here. Pat Murphy coming up. All the walks in this game, 11 of them, and 38,136 doing the wave and the no shirts section.
Ooh, yeah. Did you see that they stopped people from coming into the section tonight?
They did.
Yeah.
Oh, is that? It's a little fun. I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb if you're going to ask me. Yeah, look, baseball, there was a text that was in here talking about pitching changes being sponsored by adult diapers on the radio network and was like, I thought we were trying to grow the game. Dumb stuff like taking your shirt off in a section, as dumb as it might be, it probably is helpful for the game for a younger audience, right? And so while you don't have to go take your shirt off, you don't. Just because you see someone else doing it does not mean you have to do it.
You don't even have to look at it.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I think it is kind of lame to not let him do it.
I don't run a baseball stadium, so I don't know some of the liabilities involved. But I've always said that, you know, if it's the 6th or 7th or 8th inning, I've always been an advocate of let people move down a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know, as an usher, you've seen that there's been those 6 rows been empty the entire game.
Sure.
And it's now the 7th inning, and a dude and his kid want to just come down from the terrace level and get a better view because they can't afford those seats. Let them move in. And I think that's allowed to some degree. Now, I don't think they want you scurrying down to the 3rd row for whatever reason. But if they're open, you could make that argument. But, I think of insurance liability probably way too much in my life. But that's part of the world we live in. What if someone got, hammered by a ball and they were in the wrong seat?
No, I don't think it matters. I think it's always you get those disclaimers when you purchase a ticket, no matter where you are in the stadium.
Yeah, it's just, but I think they're to a certain degree. I think the ushers at American Family Field over the years have been really, really good. That's the feedback I've received. But the shirts off thing, the wave thing, it's harmless. Let them go. It's all fine. 414-677-1250. Nicolay Law talk and text line as the Brewers fall 11-3 in game 2. Now, the good news, they won last night, so it sets them up in a position to take the series tomorrow. Brandon Sproat on the mound for that one. And again, am I a little nervous if the Brewers put up 2 or 3 runs in the first inning tomorrow? I don't know, maybe. And you let another pitcher off the hook, throwing a million pitches early, and then he scoots through 5, which then affects the following game's bullpen management for the opposition. So that's been a habit too. All right. You want to get to Marshall?
We got Marshall still. Nicolay Law talking text line 414-677-1250. What's up, Marshall?
Well, good evening, guys. It's been a little while. It's been a good week overall, and still with the Brewers, good, even though tonight obviously didn't go what we had hoped. But I'm glad you brought up the running full paw in the first inning there. That I didn't like it at the time, and whether it would have made a difference in the outcome, but it would have at least caused more pitches to be thrown. We would have had more maybe bats.
And at that, let's verify. Hold on, Marshall. Let's verify. How many pitches did Sasaki throw in that first inning?
35.
35.
I thought it
in
was
the
35
first inning.
too.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So 35. To your point, Marshall, we said it when we opened the show. The game was still going when we opened the show. That additional batter, although it was Joey Ortiz, was on deck, and then Hamilton. But that additional batter, you get anywhere near that 40 pitch count for any pitcher in any one inning, that's kind of a danger land. That's a danger zone for any pitcher. It doesn't matter who it is. And it would have been for the Dodgers starter tonight. Now, that may have changed the landscape of the ensuing 6 innings, because now they scramble the Jets, they get their long man in, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You can't make the first or third out at third, first or second at home. I mean, does it come any clearer than that? I don't think it does. Now, here's the to combat that, what a lot of people say within the baseball industry, Tommy and Marshall, they'll say, well, you made him make a play, and the throw had to be perfect. That doesn't matter. I've always put the barometer at this. If you, especially Sanchez with his wheels, I mean, no one's going to accuse him of being nicknamed Cheetah here.
No.
So, especially him, if you can't backpedal into third base, you don't make the first or third out even close. You just have to be there. It just has to be 100% guaranteed you're going to third, or you don't even try it. And again, long story short, round to the first thing you said, it would have made Sasaki then throw more pitches. And with Joey Ortiz dealing and getting walked as much as he has lately, that may have made the difference in this game. It may have.
Yeah, we don't know, but it would have been great to find out. And Przinsky and Wainwright were saying the same thing on the national telecast tonight. And But you're right. The offense has been struggling. But I agree with you on one point with the home runs. It will come just, I think, with the weather. When the weather gets warmer and hotter, those balls are going to fly more. We're not going to have as much wind. It's been a very windy spring, even by Wisconsin standards this year. So, there's been a lot of different factors. And before I let you go, guys, you set me up with another joke here.
Here we
I
go.
got it.
Everybody pay attention. Marshall joke time.
We got to lighten things up here just a bit after this. And we got a great chance tomorrow. I think we have. I like our pitching matchup tomorrow. Let's go get them tomorrow. But you were talking waves and you were talking about seasickness and everything. Well, poor Mark Woodford tonight. There'll be, as Ted Davis used to say back in the day, there will be a better day for all of us. But I'll tell you what. As Crosby, Stills, and Nash used to sing back in the 80s, guys, you might say that Mike Woodford got wasted on the wave, and I hope that joke tonight didn't make the audience seasick.
Oh, Marshall. Woo!
Man.
Wow, Marshall. Oh, man.
Marshall.
Whoa. Oh, he hung up.
Goodbye, Marshall. Good night, Marshall.
Man, how bad is it for Jake Woodford that Marshall thinks his name is Mark?
Yes. That's true.
I was gonna let him go for there, but drunk on the wave. One more caller, why not? Greg is in Brookfield. What's up, Greg?
Timmy Allen.
What's going on?
This is Greg Janik here.
Greg Janik. I used to work with Greg Janik many, many moons ago, and he did the smart thing and turned his back to radio and ran as fast as he could to another job. That's good job, Greg Janik. And what do you think of that old quarterback, Dan Orlovsky?
It was Brock Osweiler, and he's a bum.
Oh, it's Brock Osweiler. He's a bum. All right, did you go to the game today? What's going on?
I did. Me and my son went just on our way home right now.
How old's your son now?
He is 8 years old.
Oh, my goodness, how time flies. Wow.
Yeah, that is true.
Tommy, Greg worked on the fantasy football show for a good chunk of years, too.
Oh, nice, nice.
Speaking of, you bringing it back this year?
Crossing our fingers. Yeah, crossing our fingers.
Can get the old school with Rami Makloff, too.
Rami would stumble in at 5 to 10 and be ready to go with fantasy football. Yeah.
Yeah, with his ugly Bears jersey.
Also having a kid this year. Crazy.
Oh, congratulations to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question for you, Timmy Allen. What do you think about the Brewers possibly making a deal for Skubal?
That someone, Tommy, Greg, I don't know if you guys saw that, but it had Luis Pena in it, Robert Gasser, a comp B pick, and I forget the third name in there. I can't remember the name.
I think it was Jet Williams.
Was it Jet? So it's
Yeah.
Jet, Gasser, Pena, and a comp B pick for the rental.
Mm-hmm. Is that a move that you could make to finally get a World Series in Brewers history?
Well, okay, so Greg, I'll say this. Would you rather sell the farm for the rental on Skubal, or would you rather sell the farm for 2 years and chains of Jordan?
Oh, that's a good one.
Because Houston's probably going to fire sale too. The Cubs aren't helping us at all, losing to them, but still, right. we won't complain about that. But he just left today with a back tweak or whatever it was in the game, so maybe he won't play for a little bit. But Skubal, you'd have to trade for off injury also, and I know that a lot of people want to get the Skubal rumors going. I'm trying to get the Jordan rumors going. There's no legs to me saying they should do it or they're going to do it. But if they're going to go sell the farm, I'd rather do it for 2 years of Jordan.
He's a right fielder. What is he?
DH, left field. Yelich. Okay. He's Yelich.
I would be good with either. They need power bats and they also need pitching. I just see Skubal as possibly that missing piece like CeCe was, 17 years ago?
Oof.
Well, and the other thing to think about, you go back to that NLCS last year. Pitching wasn't necessarily the issue with this team.
No, they couldn't hit.
They
No.
just didn't hit. So that would be an argument for Jordan. But again, if Harrison's real, we all think Miz is real. If Harrison's real and Henderson's even close to real, you put Skubal, Miz, Harrison, Henderson, maybe the Brewers do what the Dodgers did to another team. And you just shut them down. You just shut them down to 4 runs across the board.
And then you don't need that power hitter.
Then you wouldn't need them. Yep. Good. I love this sort of debate. I do. Well, Greg, great hearing from you, man. That is really cool. And 8 years old, man. Enjoy the upbringing, because I used to have one just like that one, and then they turn into big poopy heads. Okay.
Appreciate it, Tim. Thanks for taking my call.
Thanks,
All right,
Greg.
Yeah, good dude. Good man right there.
One day you're taking him to a ball game. Next day you're going to have to, talk to him about his commission checks. That's just
Now be careful and waggle your finger.
I didn't say anything.
Jeez. Yeah, I saw him today. It was nice.
Why doesn't Ty call into the show?
Okay. We'll get him on.
Yeah, just call in once in a while, whatever it is.
When it's he doesn't treat me very well on that, I don't think.
I'll give him a fake name. And we'll see if you can decipher him from his voice one of these days.
He's taught me a lot about baseball too. Don't think you can't stop learning about baseball from anybody. He taught me many years ago. I had him on the air because I was livid when someone couldn't get a bunt down, and it ended up being a double play.
Mm-hmm.
And he had called in the show that night, and he said, "Look, this is what we do in baseball. If you're the runner at first and you're looking to get advanced over, it's really simple, Dad." And I've always remembered this. He said, "Ball goes up, you're back to first. Ball goes down, you're running." It's as simple as that. You don't make it any more complicated.
Yeah.
And it makes total sense. All right, we'll take a break here, get to Pat Murphy. Robert Gasser and the crew, they got pretty much gassed tonight. 11-3, game 2 of this 3-game weekend series against the world champ Dodgers. But the championship season continues for the crew with a rubber match tomorrow. More on that in a bit. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show live here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz talking some Brewers baseball.
The game is over, and it's time to hear from the skipper on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
They have more than one pitch for a strike. They threw with command. They have very good stuff. You know, Vesia was throwing with 25. He had a few pitches with 25 vert. You know, you don't see that fastball with 25 vert. You know, unless what? You know, there's not too many ways to get to 25 vert unless you have something really special. And he's really special. That's how he's hung around. Scott's, you know, one of the best left-handed arms at the back end of the game. Yeah, they did a nice job. Their other guy did a nice job too. Hurt, he did a nice job too. So, yeah, credit them. Their bullpen's really, really solid right now. And, yeah, we know how good their team is, but I'm proud of our guys that how we've played them in this deal. And we'll be back. We kind of ran out of leverage arms there. And, yeah, those guys got to get the job done too. And they didn't. You can't. The last two innings, they're just walking people and giving up hits. It's just not acceptable. No, go ahead. He's got more questions. Yeah, sure, Ruth.
Talking about the Kentucky, you guys took a lot of pressure on the half inning. Maybe to try to fight out there. Second inning, you retired and consecutive. What has changed after second?
He was really good. He was really effective. Stayed ahead in the count. His off-speed pitches were effective. You know, he it's not that he got a lot of punch outs, but he got the ones he needed, especially in like the fifth inning. He was really effective. Churio Terang punch outs were really, really good. He located his heater. You know, he's got unbelievable stuff. So credit him for keeping the Dodgers in the game the way he did.
Who gave the crew some breathing room? What play was it? It's time for the insurance run of the game, brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance, on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Can't walk guys like that. That's unacceptable. Now, Tommy, if you were myself, we say that, oh, you're being negative. Knock it off. No, I think everyone can agree with that, including Pat Murphy. 11 walks in this game by Brewers pitchers. Ooh, wow. Hard to get an insurance run, but we found one. It's brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance.
Yeah, I mean, he's still really good at baseball, Bryce Terang.
Pokes one down the line. It's a fair ball, and it's a Milwaukee lead in the blink of an eye. Back-to-back doubles to start it. Terang drives in Churio, 1-0, just like that.
Oh, it was so quick. It felt so good.
It did, and you could hear 38,000 plus.
What do you think of the Fox broadcast versus anything else? Like, cool that they're on national TV, I guess, right?
I mean, I caught most of it. I didn't think they were too rough on the Brewers. I thought they gave them pretty good respect there.
Well, I think Pierzynski's a fan of the Brewers, just being like the small market, they figure it out every year type of guy that he always talks about with them on foul territory. But I don't need Wainwright. Like Wainwright.
Well, I didn't agree with the one thing that Wainwright said, and I'm going to paraphrase just a little bit, and that is on the ABS and the challenges and that. He said, look at that pitch. It's just barely off the plate. Barely off the plate. So, quote, is he really wrong? Yeah, Adam. He is.
Yeah. There is finite now in the strike zone.
Coming from a guy that got that call.
Do you hate it do you love it or hate it any more differently than you did at the beginning of the year? ABS.
No, in fact, that's funny you bring that up. I was going to mention that. We'll get to your G2 Insurance here in a second, but I thought tonight's ABS challenges were expedited as good as they've been all year long.
Okay. All right.
It was very quick on all of them. It was just boom. It couldn't have been more than 6 seconds or so.
Well, and so to be fair, I never really hated the process of it. I understand it takes no time. I don't need more robots in baseball. I don't need more robots.
More technology. Yeah.
It's just I don't like that. I don't like
get
it.
that part.
I would rather, and the fact that you only have 2 like for an entire game, and the Brewers suck at it. No, I don't. I could deal without it. I could deal without it very easily, in fact.
But tonight, nice job from everybody involved with the ABS system.
Okay, shout out to umpires. It's the first time we will say that, and the only time we'll say that probably all year. Insurance run brought to you by G2 Insurance. Not exactly the insurance run you picture, but it did put the Brewers up 1-0. And Bryce Terang, again, always nice to play his highlights on the air. In sports, you want a teammate who's been there before. In Wisconsin, that teammate is G2 Insurance Services. They aren't just an agency. They are your friend in insurance. Whether you're a business owner needing a specialized BOP or a homeowner protecting your family, G2 builds relationships on honesty and value. From auto and home to complex commercial coverage, Tom and the team at G2 have been the neighborhood pros since 2004. Don't get caught without a game plan. Call G2 Insurance Services today at 262-784-0644 or visit at g2ins.com.
Also mentioning the broadcast, Joe Davis, too. Exceptional broadcast.
Oh, you're a fan, hey?
Oh, big time. Yeah, he's dynamite.
He's good. He's good. I like Joe Buck, to be fair.
Me too.
And I almost like him as a football broadcaster more than I think most like Packer fans care for Joe Buck. I do think he's all right. I think Aikman's kind of a clown, but I don't mind Joe Buck. And as a baseball broadcaster, I mean, that's kind of his origins, right? His dad growing up being the broadcaster the whole time, and the paying homage to See You Tomorrow Night when he did it, like from that moment on, I've been a fan of him. And it does sting a little bit that we don't get Joe Buck baseball calls really anymore.
Yeah, so many World Series. It is transitioning over a little bit for me to hearing Joe Davis. We were so used to Joe Buck being in these big league championship series as well as World Series that it's changed. And I think we as listeners or viewers of sports broadcasts, I think sometimes we don't give change enough time before we judge. Lane Grindle, I'll give you that example.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Yeah, happy birthday,
45th
Lane.
birthday, right?
Yeah, with his 6.2 million kids that he has.
Yeah, how many kids does he have?
I don't know.
They were saying that the other day on the broadcast.
5?
Oh, they must pay well to be a Brewers broadcaster, man. I mean, geez.
So.
Yeah.
But Lane Grindle, man, he has turned himself into a really, really good broadcaster.
Yeah.
And, I didn't like Mauer, I'm starting to get used to. Now, it's been a few years now for Mauer.
It's been probably 4 years.
And I'm a little nitpicky on Josh Mauer. The first nit I'll pick is you can't call them Cubbies. Josh, don't call them Cubbies, man. It just not here. Not here. You do a national broadcast somewhere, okay, fine. Call them Cubbies all you want. And then the other thing in tonight's broadcast, now again, I'm just nitpicking a little bit here. And a lot of people will nitpick at us too, Tommy. We're well aware of that. But when he just seemed happy on that Teoscar Hernandez home run.
Oh, really?
And it was almost like, see, 3-run home runs win ball games. And it's like, ooh, yeah, ouch. I don't want to hear that now.
Do you know who used to say that all the time? 3-run homers win ball games. Do you remember these? Council used to say that all the time, man.
Yeah.
3-run homers win ball games.
So he might be a Cub fan.
He might be.
There's some circumstantial evidence.
Just saying that I know for sure. Council said that all the time. He'd be like 3-run homers, they win ball games.
Yeah.
You know, he had his little, and then he would say it.
A pretty good broadcast nationally tonight. I thought overall. The mic settings are a little different than they are on
they go
Brewers
heavy
TV.
on crowd noise
Yeah.
on the national, and they have ump mics and stuff like that. I believe the ump
mics were great tonight.
They were probably 2 or 3 pitches behind on Fox compared to the radio, which usually Brewers TV is pretty in sync. It's pretty close.
It's close. Yeah.
It's
maybe
close
5
enough.
seconds, 3 seconds to 4.
Yeah, it's close enough where you're not spoiling when we're watching together all that often.
There are some radios that you can purchase that will allow you to sync up with a TV.
Right.
So you can look into that for those that want to, hear the radio broadcast.
I think MLB TV offers that already too now.
Where you can move it around to match.
Like, I think Brewers TV, you can. I'm pretty confident you can listen to the game with it. I don't know. I've never tried it. It might be the radio call over the video board.
Yeah, and then finally, more locally here on the broadcast side of things, Levering. You mentioned Joe Buck. The first time Levering got in a decade plus ago, I thought he sounded like a young Joe Buck. I did, and Levering is a great broadcaster. There's no doubt.
Class.
There's no doubt. And the other thing with Tim Dillard being in the booth, I love the fact, dude's as creative and as witty as you can be.
Goofy,
maybe at times
in a good way. In a good way.
But less now, and I like that more. It's more baseball content out of Dillard. Whereas when he first burst onto the scene, it was like he was trying to be funny all the time, and I loved his content. And I thought, oh man, cheesy, corny at times. Now it's really stepped up. So sometimes in terms of broadcasting, and finally, our boy Vinny Rotino, has come a million miles. Do you talk about content? That dude hone in on the content. Because you'll learn a ton about baseball from Vinny Rotino. There's no doubt. All right, we'll come back. We'll hit a rewind here as the Brewers fall in Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series to the hated LA Dodgers. Are we beginning to hate them a little bit? I probably would think so. Yeah. We'll talk more after the break. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Brewers fall 11-3. We'll hit the rewind button here in just a second. Let's squeeze in Bill before we say goodbye, and I'll show you something at Show and Tell on video tonight. Bill, what's going on? Brewers fall 11-3.
Hey, guys, I got a question for you on the pitching staff.
Yeah.
And this would be when Woody is ready to pitch again.
Is that the question? When is he ready to pitch again?
No. Have Chad Patrick go back to the starting rotation and use Woody as a reliever and save his arm.
Oof.
I don't think that would be plan A. That may be plan B if he keeps having some rough outings in terms of health. But I mean, you got to give him every chance to get back in that rotation and to do what he does.
Would you rather see Chad Patrick start a game that means something more than Brandon Woodruff, Bill?
Well, if I'm just thinking in the long run, they can save Woody's arm.
I wouldn't rule it out. I won't rule that out. Not at all on the Woody arm side of things. Yeah, the health side of things, maybe.
Yeah.
If they keep running into problems with him running it up there 80-plus pitches, and then he has to get shut down every 4 or 5 starts, maybe they do it the other way until the end of the year, and they do a Dodgers on the Dodgers in the postseason. And all of a sudden,
Right.
Woody pops out of nowhere, and he's going to start. Hey, I don't think it's their plan A, though. I think Woody's
Okay.
back when healthy. He's back in the rotation.
All
All right,
right, that
thank
sounds
you,
good.
Bill.
Thanks,
All right,
Bill.
thank you. All right, so I pulled this out a couple of weeks ago, and I don't remember the exact date. This used to be a good luck charm.
But you remember
It is-
Rob Peachulow's number. Yeah,
it is
okay.
the-
Yeah,
It
sure.
is the crappiest hat it's dirty and dusty and nasty, and it's got this little beaded lizard. I called it
What
my lucky
the-
lizard.
Go a little bit more towards like
on-
covering your face.
on
Yeah,
the
okay.
on the back end here,
Yeah.
my lucky list. This I'd take to fantasy football drafts. That's funny. Greg called in, former producer of the fantasy football show. So here's my lucky lizard, and I use this as I'm going to have a good year.
Oh, I hate this.
See?
Oh man.
It's a good year for my team. Good year hat.
Oh yeah.
Now
Yeah.
I'll get in trouble because someone's going to call me and say, Tim,
Yeah,
we were working on a deal
not
with
a
Bridgestone tires.
Not a sponsor. Just
I
don't
can't win.
spike it. Just don't spike it.
All right.
Woo! Shots. Pew pew. Right there.
Let's rewind button to 7-7, Lucky Sevens last year, July 7th. It was Andrew Vaughn's first plate appearance in a Brewers uniform, and it was against the Dodgers.
Yeah, 3-run homer. He was batting 5th in the ball game, and the Brewers won 9-1. They put up a 5 spot in the first. Sal Frelick was leading off. Man, I miss the days of when Sal Frelick was hitting
It
294.
would solve a ton of
Oh
problems.
man, I miss that.
Yes.
Contreras, however, was hitting 236 at this time in July of last year. So good to see him turn things around. Churio third, Jake Bauer's pinch hit. Well, what a joke this game was. Isaac Collins, Bryce Terang, Caleb Durbin, and Anthony Siegler did get an
Siegler
at-bat.
got the start. That a boy.
Yeah, he went 0 for 1. He pinch hit, actually. Sorry. But Monasterio did get the start. Can't have that anymore. The 3 pitchers. Ooh, Freddie Peralta pitched. How many innings did he go, Tim?
I'm gonna in a 9-1 game. I'm gonna say he went 5 2/3 of 1-run ball.
6 innings of no-run ball.
Oh,
All right.
6
Yeah.
shutout. There you go, Freddie. But he threw like 31 pitches in the first.
He had a 98 pitch count. That feels like a pretty good number for 6 for Fred.
For Freddie, yeah.
For Fred,
Yes.
yeah. Aaron Ashby for 2 innings, and Easton McGee came in and closed the door on a 9-1 game.
It's about the time Aaron Ashby started to prove it to a lot of people that he's healthy. Number one, that was about that time where everyone's like, he's now finally healthy, and we can see some, light at the end of the tunnel with his excellent stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and Yamamoto pitched, and he's pitching tomorrow.
yeah. I mean, Yamamoto against Brandon Sproat. That's a 1:10 first pitch. Tommy Wortz, what time's the leadoff show?
Oh, yeah, noon to 1, pregame coverage on a Sunday before Memorial Day. Yeah, we're doing it.
The weather's going to be a little bit warmer, a little cool today, but
supposed to get warm like all week.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm ready for it.
I think we're turning the corner on that.
Summer.
So, after the game, obviously, the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show right here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network in Milwaukee, 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan. You can always get it free on the Odyssey app as well.
YouTube.com/@WI Sports Radio. Wherever you are in the world, or at least the friendly countries, you can watch us on YouTube.
There'll be better days. Despite the final tonight, we'll see you tomorrow. For Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen saying so long. We'll see you tomorrow. And remember, as always, Bob Uecker is smiling back, so we smile at him.